It's Week 14 of the NFL.
And we'll see this team's burner at wide receiver. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one.
And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Quick throw here is complete.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could become
empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They out by a man who's done this now for a long time. The veteran quarterback.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time. Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A pickup of 12 yards, and that will be a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Back to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive.
So it's fourth down. They'll call on the punt team. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really not.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Tight end going in motion here. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Third and long. He'll look to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And now the punting unit will come on, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
It's a gain of 12 there. That's enough for a first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll go with a counter on first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll look to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. he has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
His kick is good. And the visitors are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's putting together a remarkable season, currently leading the NFL in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. They'll begin here on the ground. Past the 45. A big gain. They finally get him down, but hold everything. There is a flag on the field. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Third and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Handoff here, up the middle. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Here's 1st and 10. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down. Now, faking the give. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of LSU.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a 1st rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. As we head into this final stretch of games, take note. He comes into this one leading the NFL in receiving yards. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the visitors are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Putting the tight end in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They send a receiver in motion left. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, taken in, and he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll look to throw again. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. He's going to keep it himself. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get an even 20 on that one. And that will be a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. The throw on the run is complete. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
makes the score.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
30-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So a very tight first half, a one-point game here at the break. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So now this team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. The motion man is Kelly. The third quarter begins with a run. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a give on the ground. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. This one intercepted. And this defense will take over here following the interception.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Going for it all. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point, and his guys will take a 14-6 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
As they try to run it here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on 1st down and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up 3rd and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot. The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Whoa! And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the 1st half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Quick throw here is complete. 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw. This one complete right side. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. He'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got him. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. He'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They'll throw out of the gun. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This team's offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
They'll run on 2nd down. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll try to hit him with a screen. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Going up top. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
At the 43-yard line.
So second down, and they'll run it. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's got another one. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Point after, coming up here. It's up and good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They'll come up here 1st and 10. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the 4th quarter.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
2nd down and 8. Up the middle they go. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 3rd and 2. try to pick this one up on the ground. They'll put him down right at the 20, but they'll also move the sticks. That is a first down picked up.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll stay on the ground. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stick with him again.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.